Hey there, I'm Aaron Blank, President and CEO of the Fearey Group here in Seattle. We're a public relations firm specializing in healthcare and biotechnology. I'm here right now with Matt Holman. Matt is the Deputy Director of Cambia Grove. We're at Life Science Innovation Northwest 2016 here at the Convention Center in Seattle. Matt, thanks for joining me.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Matt, why are you involved in Life Science Innovation Northwest? Specifically, you guys are sponsoring what we're calling this the Fast Pitch. What is that?
Yeah, so the Fast Pitch is an opportunity for entrepreneurs to get up on stage. They have a minute to pitch their concept, and a panel of judges will determine out of the 10 which one gets to take home a $5,000 prize. And so very much aligned with how we view ourselves here in the community and why we partner with Life Sciences Washington. We're trying to create more innovation activity, and so the more that we can cull a field of great new ideas, new concepts, new entrepreneurs, the better. And Fast Pitch is just one great way to bring early stage companies out of the woodwork and give them an opportunity to be on stage in front of a good number of people.
Any insight on who's going to win?
We have a couple horses in this race. So at the Cambia Grove, we have a couple early stage companies that work with us. So I'm not pulling for anyone specifically, but I can say Revity and Pilsy are Cambia Grove alumni. So like those guys quite a bit.
Cambia Grove, tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we are just over a year old, and so the idea of the Cambia Grove really came about in thinking about Cambia's role in the community. So as a company, Cambia has investments in early stage companies, anywhere from seed stage through Series D, but we weren't really doing a lot with those early concept stage companies, and we wanted to see more innovation in the digital health space locally. And so we thought about how we could do that and where we were best suited to help out, and we decided we don't really have the expertise to run a co-working space per se. We don't have the experience to run an accelerator or an incubator program, but we can provide a third place for the community to come and congregate. And we have relationships with enterprise to come in and convene and interact with early stage entrepreneurs on a daily basis. So the idea evolved into Cambia Grove being basically an open space, a third place for entrepreneurs, for investors, and for executives from enterprise to come together Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m., hold their meetings, to work, and it's all free of charge. And we have facilities that can be also booked out. And the value for us is that we get to engage with and see early stage companies that potentially become investments for our portfolio. So
you guys have been open a little over a year now, and so you're just celebrating your 1-year anniversary. How many companies have you guys funded? I assume it's public.
So we have funded 0 companies directly from the Cambia Grove process so far, but we have initiated quite a few pilots. And so in addition to the Cambia Grove day-to-day activities, we do quite a bit of programming. One of those is our Anchor Partner pilot program, and to date we've launched about 4 pilots with Anchor Partners, and those are paid pilots, typically anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. And we're kind of following those out, and on the basis of how companies evolve, we potentially will invest in companies, but none to date.
Okay, so if you're here at Life Science Innovation Northwest, or a company and focusing in life sciences in general, what sort of advice would you give to them if they're looking to get involved with Cambia Grove?
So just stop by is the really the first thing that I would say. And so we're located just a few blocks away from the convention center here at 9th and Stewart. Again, we're open from 9 to 5. We take all comers, and there's a team of 6 of us who are there on a day-to-day basis and can connect with people. We have office hours on a monthly basis that entrepreneurs can sign up for and sit down with us, and we can actually talk to them about their business model, their go-to-market strategy, and also whether we have any potential connections and partnerships that we can open up that might help open doors for them in their business.
So it sounds like free advice.
More or less.
Yeah. So you guys are open 365 days a year.
Not quite.
Okay, not on the weekends.
we close on the weekends. We close on holidays, certainly.
And if there's someone in the public or in the biotech or life science industry that wants to use your space, how do they go about using it?
So you can go online, cambiagrove.com. We have, again, the main space is open. It's really first come, first serve. And then we have a number of conference rooms and a boardroom that can be reserved online. So you can go on and if you're an early stage company and you want to meet with your board of directors or your investors and you're working out of your garage, we have a very nice boardroom with video conferencing capabilities that you can reserve online free of charge.
So Cambia Grove broke out of Regents, right? Is that right?
Correct.
And what's their long-term play at this? What's the business strategy of launching Cambia Grove?
So Cambia is the parent company of Regents. Our cause is really to create a more consumer-centric and sustainable healthcare system. I mean, we acknowledge, like many others, that the system itself is broken, and we don't think we can fix it with our health plan alone. So that was the impetus 5 years ago for beginning Direct Health Solutions, which is our investment program, and beginning to invest in really innovative, earlier stage healthcare companies that align with that cause. Cambia Grove is a recognition that we're not going to innovate internally either, and so we want to bring together stakeholders that normally may be competitive in market. So the idea of Cambia Grove is it's a place where providers and employers and health insurers who may duke it out day to day can lay down their competitive swords and come together around a common cause of innovation. And it benefits all of us. Regionally, we believe that rising waters lifts all boats. If we can make this a regional hub for healthcare innovation the way that Nashville has become and the way that Boston has become, and certainly Silicon Valley, there's a lot more opportunity for all of us to invest and also reap the rewards of those really innovative developments that are happening in our own backyard. Ultimately, those we can capture and reap value of through our core business in the health plan.
Now, you wear two hats. You're the deputy director of Cambia Grove. And what's your other role?
Also, director of strategic initiatives for Direct Health Solutions, which is our investment arm.
And what do you do there?
So on that side, we have a portfolio of about 4 wholly owned businesses and 16 direct investments, venture type investments, again, stage agnostic. And we are a very strategic investor. So we take a hands-on approach. And so from a strategic initiatives perspective, we oftentimes will embed with our portfolio companies, help them with their go-to-market strategies. We'll also help open doors for them. So we'll provide connections into providers, into other health plans, and potential customers that we may have as a large organization that they don't as an early stage startup.
All right, closing question. Trends in the life science industry or in the startup industry in general. What are you seeing, and from your perspective as someone that's going to help these startups get launched?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think one of the big trends just in funding is, we're seeing the tide recede. Funding is not drying up, but we're definitely seeing less funding go into digital health than before. And so a lot of the tourist investors are going away now, and so the serious investors remain. And so that's definitely creating a situation where the strong will survive, and there's not necessarily the easy money that was there a year or so ago for anybody entering the space. I think another one is just fatigue with point solution proliferation in digital health. And so there's a movement toward platforms. Now the problem is everyone's calling themselves a platform. And so I think that we're seeing a consolidation and eventually shakeout of who's in the market. And no payer or provider is looking for vendor number 501. Everybody has hundreds of solutions that they're working with. They really want less. And so I think we're starting to see consolidation of point solutions into platforms. And then at the end of the day, a lot of that is about how to deliver value and an integrated consumer experience. And so from our vantage point, that's a very good thing. And so hopefully we'll see some platforms that emerge that actually provide what consumers want versus the great ideas that emerged in the mind of an entrepreneur. We've seen a lot of that, but I think that the space is starting to mature a little bit, where you're starting to see kind of Gen 2 solutions that actually target the end user needs a little bit better.
All right, well, Matt Holman, Deputy Director of Cambia Growth, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Live from Life Science Innovation Northwest at the Convention Center. On behalf of Life Science Washington, I'm Aaron Blank.